All right. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Tuesday night training call. We are covering sharing on social media tonight, and we have a lot of tips. We've kind of done a couple trainings about social media in the past, but we have a lot of new ambassadors on our teams. And I mean, really, social media is like everything with our business. Well, a lot of everything. Like it's network marketing, and with technology these days, how easy is it to share on social media? So it's definitely something that we all need to be aware of, and it's great to get tips from other people. We've kind of learned as we went, and everyone else has too, but, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And why not, learn from other people's mistakes, what works, what doesn't work, and things are always evolving, and it's great that we have such a big network that we can learn from. So have some paper and pencil ready. We have a lot of random tips that aren't really going to be in any particular order.
They're not random. They're very strategic and organized.
That were planned 4 minutes ago. So don't judge. I'm just kidding. We planned it like 4 days ago. I mean, let's be real. Okay, but I hope you have paper and pencil ready. Wait, you can't take my paper. That's my note. Okay, sorry. Jason wants to write, and then he took my note. Okay, so to start out, I wanted to cover the different social media venues. So obviously we have Facebook. I know everybody on this call uses Facebook to share Plexus. There's also Instagram. There's Twitter. People are using Snapchat now. Plexus Worldwide also has a Snapchat account. I'm not very familiar with Snapchat, so I would not be a good person to give you pointers on that. I have an account, and I'm trying to kind of familiarize myself with it right now. But
that's one of those things that makes me feel like an old person.
Yeah.
I always remember growing up, my dad would be like, "Oh, what's that?" No, so Snapchat is that for me now. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. So maybe once we get some more youngins on our team, they could help us out. But Instagram's a great one. Twitter, that's another great one. Again, I don't have a lot of experience on Twitter. I kind of dabbled in it, but the tricky thing with that is you have to limit it to such small
144
characters, so it's just tricky. So really, we're going to be focusing on Facebook tonight. We'll touch a little bit on Instagram also, but I really like any of these could apply to any social media venue that works for you. So first and foremost, the most important thing when you are, sharing yourself on social media, it's important to be you. So be who you are. Don't be Whitney when you're posting. Don't be Jason when you're posting. Be you. And that doesn't mean you can't share posts that I've shared or that Jason's shared. But if they don't sound like you, make it sound like you before you hit that post button.
For example, Whitney is the queen of emojis. I don't know if you guys ever seen her post. She uses more. Yes, you are. She uses more emojis sometimes than actual words. If I were to copy and paste that, everybody in my audience would go, "That's not you, Jason."
Especially with smiley faces and hearts.
Yeah, smiley faces and hearts and whatever else. So that's kind of just a real simple example of make sure you're you and not somebody else.
Yeah. And what going along with that, brand yourself. So think about, you can't be posting like down in the dumps, negative stuff one day, and then 12 hours later or the next day posting like, "I love my life. It's so wonderful." Like it gives a mixed message. But also just, so the easiest way for me to explain how to brand yourself is just to speak from my own personal experience. So what I do on Facebook is I share Plexus. I share about my family. I share about Jesus. And I share about, being healthy. So exercising, eating well, that kind of stuff. That's like probably 98% of what I share on Facebook. Every now and again, there'll be other like inspirational, uplifting stuff, but you won't see me sharing a picture of me eating an extra large chocolate milkshake and a dozen donuts. Not to say I might not indulge in that on the rare occasion, but I'm not going to share that because that completely contradicts everything I'm sharing 99.9% of the time. So just kind of be mindful, it's your business. So treat it like that. Be professional, be that person that you want to be, and that, if you want people to look at you in a certain light, you need to be that all the time.
So Whitney said something. She said, be professional, be a business. For all of us who have decided to work Plexus as a business, our Facebook walls are now a business storefront, essentially. You have to keep that in mind with how you post. So some of you may not know this about me, but I'm fairly opinionated on almost everything that I believe strongly in. 4 years ago, during our last presidential election, I would have been sharing a lot of my personal thoughts and convictions, and I wouldn't even say convictions, I would say opinions on stuff. But since then, I've matured a bit, but I've also started my Plexus business. So think about it. The way our country is right now, if I share strong political opinions, I'm going to lose 50% of my potentials, right? Just because they either would love me because of my opinion I'm sharing, or they're going to hate me because of the opinion I'm sharing. And I had a friend of mine also point out the fact that, hey, sharing your opinions on Facebook when it comes to kind of stuff, all it does is it's divisive, right? It doesn't help anybody. You've never convinced anybody to vote for whoever you're voting for by sharing a snarky Facebook meme, right? So I'm growing up a little bit too, but also I have to keep in mind my Facebook wall is now my business's storefront. And I think Charlotte shared that once, and that really spoke to me because we actually had combined accounts, and then we took them apart when she started Plexus so I could still be that jerk. And then I started it and realized I needed to stop. So sorry.
Yeah. And it's just being mindful of, how you're coming across. Are you being professional? Are you, acting in a business manner if that's what you want Facebook to be used for? Another thing is really think about, who your audience is. Who are you trying to reach out to through sharing Plexus? So for me, I'm trying to reach out to a lot of women in my shoes, young moms, people who are just struggling for energy, because that's how I relate best to my age group and people going through similar experiences right now. So really also then try to tailor your post to those people. And your audience, you might have 4 different audiences that you're marketing to, and that's totally fine, but be mindful of that and definitely vary, how you're reaching out to all of them. And Jason's kind of going to segue into different types of posting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that falls really good.
Okay. So, let me just put my notes here.
Sorry.
So, so when we post on Facebook, we have different types of posts, right? We see the really uplifting, oh my God, that person weighed as much as a blimp, and now they're, there's a couple women that I follow that are truly inspiring. They've lost together, I think, almost 500 pounds between the 3 of them. They're incredible. They're a little trio. They're hilarious together. So 4 different types of posts. 4. First one that I call is testimonies, right? This is where you share somebody's personal experience with Plexus. I say, hey, check out Denise, and this is what Plexus has done for her. Hey, look at how this mom is able to stay home with her kids because of the business. So most of these testimonies, so there's 4 different types, but you can do it products and business, right? There's 4 types, but you can do each type for products or for business. So there's technically 8 types of posts, right? Testimonies, business, products, and everything else. The second one is informational, right? Like Whitney right now on our team page is doing a 16 days of Plexus, and she's giving great information. For those of you who follow me, I posted a ProBio 5 one today. That's an informational one, right? That is just purely information. Here's why our probiotic is better than everybody else's. Here's why it's great. Here's why you should use it. So another type of post, although all the other ones can be business related, is the business specific one. Like, oh my God, look at what this has done. Look at the comp plan. Just where you kind of encompass the entire business all in one. Sometimes I like to do that. And then the 4th one is kind of hard to describe, but like personal experiences. So if you were to discuss the friendships you're making through Plexus, because I've met people through Plexus that have inspired my life and helped me that I would never have met other than Plexus. This is the trips to Washington, D.C. Some of us went on last year, the Vegas trip this summer, and the Dallas trip we're going to do in the fall for some of us. Personal experiences.
So I would say, even Jason did say about testimonies, but in between the testimonies and the personal experiences, definitely, you want to have your own personal testimonies also. It doesn't have to be like grand testimonies of coming off 10 medications and losing 50 pounds. It could be, holy cow, I just slept through the night and my Fitbit shows no lines at all. And I slept hard and solid for 7 hours. Thank you, Mega X and ProBio 5. It can be small things, oh my gosh, I love the edge. It just gave me exactly what I needed to get through the afternoon. It could be something simple, but definitely sharing those personal experiences that you have with the products also. And, get creative, but do that more frequently than you currently do, because that's what people want to watch your story.
Right. So yeah, the personal touches on all these is definitely the most powerful. I shared, probably most of you saw, I shared last week where last fall, I changed jobs. I went to a smaller company that doesn't have health insurance, and we decided to utilize a Christian health cost sharing ministry. It's called Liberty Health Share. And we were paying an 80-month premium because of where I was with my weight. And just now, I've gotten down to the weight I need to be at, and I've come off of their provisional program. So that's an awesome testimony, right? People like to hear that. I had tons of likes. So the different types of posts, for those of you who have learned about the 4 different color types of MLM personalities, you can kind of see the 4 different types of posts kind of mirror the different personality types. And that's why it's important you touch on all the different types of posts. For example, the green personality types, kind of like me and Miss Amy, we like information, we like data, we like facts. That's why you want to share the informational stuff. Some of us green folks don't really give two shakes about personal testimonies, right? Like whatever, right? Sure, tell me about the science, the data, why this stuff works. Why do we share the business? For all the red personalities that are our friends on Facebook. So they're like, okay, they're making money. I see what they're doing. Okay. The personal experiences, all the fun we're having, it's for the blues, right? And then, the testimonies are for the yellow, right? Oh my gosh, I could help change people's lives. So that's why you want to do all those different types of posts. So you appeal to all the 4 different color personality types. That's why you have to be strategic. If you just do the same type of post over and over, you won't speak the language of 75% of the people in your network, and they'll just be almost out of your prospects, I guess is the best way to say it.
Yeah, when Jason brought that up today, that, comparing the types of posts that we focus on and the 4 color personalities, like he made that connection for me. I know, we want to vary our posts, but I never made that connection as to why. But now, like when you think about it and you pair it together, it's like, oh, light bulb moment. That's exactly why. And we can reach everybody. So yeah, I thought that was an excellent comparison that he came up with. So in addition to that, I have a couple other notes. And like I said, use your personal experience. On top of that, Denise shared with me that selfies and videos like Facebook Live or just a video that you're uploading to your Facebook page, that gets 50 to 100% more traffic than just posting. So because again, like you're putting yourself out there, whether on a video or a photo, you're putting yourself out there, you're making yourself vulnerable. People that are watching your journey or not watching your journey are going to be curious about what you're doing if you're willing to take that extra step out of your comfort zone and really put yourself out there. And chances are they're going to like it, they're going to comment on it because you're drawing them in and they're relating to you when they see you put yourself out there like that.
Another quick reason why I like posting videos, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but you can see a real quick representation of how many people are seeing the stuff you post, right? Because when you post a video, you can see how many people have viewed that video. So it can kind of, even if you just want to post a video about non-plexus, something interesting and engaging, you can see how many people are actually getting your post, right? You can see how well you're effectively posting on Facebook and see how many people are seeing what you post just by posting a video that you think would be beneficial, because on your wall, it'll show you how many times it's actually been viewed.
Another tip that I wanted to suggest is using hashtags and use them to your advantage. So hashtags, especially on Instagram, if you want to kind of explore the world of Instagram and share your plexus that way, using hashtags will get you more followers, and also you'll be able to find other people. So like today I posted one and I said hashtag probiotic, hashtag chromium, hashtag magnesium. And then other people searching for magnesium or chromium or a probiotic, and they're searching using that hashtag, my post will come up.
So let me interject real quick, because I didn't know how hashtags actually worked up until about 4 weeks ago. So maybe some of y'all are there, just so you know. When you hashtag something, that it makes it connected to one another. So you and me and Whitney will a lot of times post a hashtag that says Plexus with the Smalls. So now anything that we've ever posted that has Plexus with the Smalls, if you click on it, it'll bring up all those posts in like a search block. It's basically like a built-in search, just so you guys know. So that's why they're important.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I sometimes use hashtags for a completely irrelevant purpose. I just do it to be funny because sometimes I get carried away and it's kind of like me posting my inner dialogue. But there, also use it to your advantage, because if someone's looking on Facebook or Instagram or whatever for a probiotic, and they, type in hashtag probiotic, my post can come up also. So definitely be smart about that.
Here's another way we've used hashtags in our personal lives. A lot of times when we post the pictures of our kids, we'll hashtag Bennett David Small, and Delaney, day by day Delaney. So 10 years from now, that hashtag still exists. We can click on it and go back and see pictures of our kids from forever ago. So that's a real life application of why you can utilize hashtags very effectively.
Yeah, definitely. Now everybody can go see our kids' photos.
They're cute. You want to see them. They're cute. They're pretty cute.
Yeah, they are pretty awesome. So we went over hashtags. And then another thing that we kind of already covered, but I just want to put it out there, 2 words: be engaging. So like Jason said, you want to vary stuff. You want people to want to follow you, to want to read you, to say like, oh my goodness, she posts something, I have to make sure I see what she said because I usually like everything she says. So that might not be the case, but you don't want to vary, but you definitely want to engage your audience. So one great way to engage your audience, because not everybody is going to like your Plexus post, not everybody is going to comment, but another way to kind of see like how many people actually see my post. A lot of people, I told Jason, and he didn't believe me at first until he saw it firsthand, people love to share their opinion with you. So
that makes it sound like I didn't think people like sharing their opinion. That's not the case. But
he didn't think it would cause he didn't think it would cause as much response as it typically does.
Right.
But if you ask a question on Facebook, I feel like the majority of the people that read it, if they have an opinion, they will share it, because we all want to be heard. Unless it's a pretty controversial thing, I wouldn't go there. Like I'm talking more like. Yeah, Jason this morning, he eats hard-boiled eggs for breakfast. So he posted, what? Am I the only person that likes hard-boiled eggs with hot sauce?
So in case you guys want to change your lives forever, hard-boiled eggs and hot sauce is delicious. So I posted on my wall today, is there anybody else that eats hard-boiled eggs with hot sauce? And it created a hilarious comment stream between my friends, and 20 people liked it, 18 people in the I actually meant it, I wasn't even thinking of getting people engaged. I just wanted to be goofy this morning to see how weird I was, and I'm not that weird, come to find out, but you get the point.
Yeah. So, just any kind of every couple days, I would just pose a question, ask people for advice or feedback or whatever suits your fancy.
Vicky, some of you guys might know Vicky. She's one of our Ruby sidelines. She, every mid-morning about 9:30, 10, she will post a question of the day. And I usually look for those about midday because I'm always curious to see what she posts, because you'll see the same people respond, because she has some silly questions, but she has some really cool, fun, entertaining questions too. So that's fun. She like, back to what Whitney said earlier, Vicky has branded herself as a person who does that every day, and non-Plexus people, I promise, are looking for that, because it creates a lot of fun dialogue on her Facebook wall.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so while we're on the topic of Facebook still, how easy is it just to get on Facebook and be scrolling through feeds, liking stuff, and the next thing you look at the clock, 45 minutes have passed and you haven't done anything? That's not income producing activity. That's just a waste of time. So, when you're on Facebook, you definitely want to be intentional. And, it is important to scroll and comment. But the thing is, commenting is so much better than liking someone's post. The more you comment on things, the more you get your name out there. And for whatever reason, the algorithms with Facebook, then your post will get seen more by that person as well. So make sure you're commenting on as many posts as you can, not just liking them. Liking them is an easy way to get your name seen, but it doesn't do anything for you. Another thing is an easy way to stay in contact with everybody on your news feed or your whatever it's called, your friends list. Just wish them a happy birthday. You get the updates every day, like whose birthday it is. Wish them a happy birthday. Share what you do.
So this actually didn't come from Plexus, but I had a acquaintance at best on my birthday in February this past year actually sent me a personal message. I said, "Hey Jason, happy birthday. Hope you have a great day." And I was like, that was really nice. That is much more personal than just hopping on their wall, happy birthday. So I've been messaging people every day, well, almost every day. I miss some days. Hey, happy birthday. I hope you're great. Your family's beautiful. Have a good day. And my intention is purely to wish them a happy birthday. But guess what? Probably 10% have said, "Hey, man, I've been watching your Plexus post. Awesome job. What can you tell me about it?" Also, a lot of people I'll message say happy birthday. They just say, "Hey, thanks. Hope you're well." And magically, all of a sudden, the days that follow, I see them commenting or liking on my Facebook post. Because when you message somebody, the little Facebook elves that make the things happen, the people you message start to see your posts. So that's just another way to be engaging. So it started off with the purest of intentions of, I just want to wish people happy birthday and let them know some goofy dude from Indy that they're friends with hopes they're having a great day. But it also has a lot of awesome residual effects. I know most people say just post on their wall. That gets lost, I think. I would say personal message people. Don't even bring up like this. Happy birthday. Hope you're doing great. Have a blessed day or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's an excellent way to just, because then you're part of the cold messaging anyway is just like reestablishing connections you've had with people. It doesn't have to be like Plexus. Just it's network marketing. It's relationship marketing. So that's a great way to reconnect, build that relationship. If it's just a hey, hello, and never turns into anything else, big deal. But it might be more than that. Jason's had tons of success with that. So definitely, be intentional with your time on Facebook. Another thing is cold messaging. Again, branding yourself and posting on Facebook really provides third-party validation for other people that you're doing Plexus, it's legit. But the way that you're going to get customers and ambassadors is through private messaging. You need to be reaching out to people. Just posting on Facebook, it might get you some people, but it will not grow you a business like you want to succeed. So definitely, cold message people. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can cold message someone. You can talk about the business. You can talk about the products. You can say, hey, hello, it's been a while. How are you? And not say anything about Plexus right away. Or if it's just an acquaintance that you don't really know anyway, and there's nothing really to reestablish, I have no problem, hey, has anyone shared Plexus with you? If not, I would love to tell you about it because these products have truly changed our lives. So you can really tailor it. Another great thing to do now that they have is a feature on Facebook Messenger through our phones. I don't think it's on the computer. I think it's just through the phone, is the voice messaging. So literally you go into Facebook Messenger, you scroll over, there's a little microphone button, you hit record, and then you have a minute to give your little quick elevator speech. Hey, hello, how are you? Whatever you want to say, and boom, send it. And then who's not going to open that? Because you can't read it. You have to listen to it. And then you'll also know that it was heard.
There's it go right there.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Jason's pulling it up on his phone so you guys can see what it looks like if this works.
All right. So I'm messaging Whitney. Hopefully you guys are all cool and have iPhones, not that hippie Android stuff. So you're going to hit the second thing from the right. That kind of looks like an old tape recorder. It'll come up, and at the very top it says voice, and you actually have to hold that down, right? You have to hold it down while you're You have to hold it down while you're recording. Message Whitney. She'll explain it to you.
We can just practice on me. I'll tell you if it goes through or not.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, some people, if you want to do voice messaging, I know a couple of ambassadors have just kind of written out a little script so they knew what they wanted to say. Or just message somebody like me or Jason or your sponsor or whomever to practice if you want to because once you send it, it's gone. You can't listen to it and then decide if you want to change or not. It sends. So if you want to practice on someone first, but it comes across real. They hear your excitement. it's so cool to be able to do that. And it's just quick. And if you want to do 2 or 3 more, if you have more to say, do it. But, it's definitely a way to get your point across, get done quick. You don't have to type it out. I mean, think how many you can, if you're cold messaging people, think how many you can truly do in 5 minutes versus sitting there and like figuring out what to say and typing it.
Another thing we should have talked about earlier, but of all your Plexus brothers and sisters you have connected with on Facebook, when you see them post, sorry, the dog was moving on the couch making noise. When you see your Plexus sidelines, uplines, downlines posting stuff on Facebook, go over there, comment, like it, because it makes it more visible to other people. I have a friend on my timeline that is involved in another network marketing company, and she can post something about some of the dumbest crap I've ever read in my life, and her entire team will like it and comment on it. And it causes it to be seen by more people. So in order to help uplift your teammates, uplines, downlines, sidelines, if you see people post stuff, like it, and comment on it just to help build it up. Denise is really good at that, and Amy Spencer is really good at that as well. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'm friends with anybody else on the call, so naturally
Terry does it.
So Terry does it too. Mm-hmm. Well. So I mean, that really helps your stuff be seen by others.
And it not only helps it be seen, but think about it. Like if you're an outsider and, if it's someone that knew me from high school and they see me post about Plexus and then they see like 10 comments about it, that's going to stir up more interest than if there's just, no comments or 1 comment. And it doesn't have to be anything great, but it builds up that excitement and it causes that interest for other people. And it makes the person that's posting feel validated that like, that's awesome. Like they're supporting me. And that's the great thing about Plexus. Like, Jason has people that aren't on his team. I do too, like nowhere near our team, but they'll comment on our Plexus post and, share and get excited about it too. And it doesn't benefit them at all. Like that's what's so great about Plexus. They have that one Plexus mentality and everybody does. And it's just wonderful because everybody wants to see everybody else succeed. It's not like, oh, he can't rank up because I haven't ranked up yet. It's not like that, which is great. So one more thing then, since I just kind of talked about sharing a little bit, and the one Plexus mentality. So everyone posts, depending on how many other ambassadors you're friends with on Facebook, you might see a lot of the same posts. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is that one Plexus mentality. So my only tips for you on sharing someone else's post, if you know for a fact that one specific person wrote that post, I would give them credit if you can, whether it be, my friend Jason shared this today and I love what he had to say, or, whatever you can to give. I would give them credit though, or, whatever.
Because people know you, right? They know your words. They know your word choices, your sentence structures, how you communicate on Facebook. I follow a guy, his name's Derek Nelson, and he articulates extremely well how awesome the business is and how great it is. He articulates it far better than I ever could, and I'm not going to try to redo his words. So you guys have probably seen him. I'll say, hey, my Plexus brother Derek shared this, and I couldn't have said it better myself. So keep that in mind. If you are I'm a very Midwestern military state school person, and I communicate that way. If I start using big 5-syllable words, people are going to very quickly know that's not me. So just be cognizant of that, like what Whitney said.
And it's for that. And also, if you know for a fact that one person wrote that, they might have thought about that post for hours before actually writing it. It may have been something that took a lot of thought and prayer and processing. So give them that credit. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, if it's a post that's been floating around Facebook, you have no idea where it originated from. But if it's accurate and if you want to share it, I say copy and paste it and share it. You don't just want to share it from another person's page, because all that will do is link your post back to the original person's page. And it just looks kind of like cheap and salesy without
looks lazy.
Being rude. It looks lazy. Just copy and paste it, save the photo, make it as your own, and then just change it a little bit. So, for me, I would add emojis to it or some funny hashtags or change some of the wording. Jason might take some of those 5-syllable words out and put more 2-syllable words in.
Put a lot of pronouns. Yeah.
So, just kind of make it more your own, because again, like you want it to be you. You want it to be your brand, not anyone else's. So just something, you know, to keep in mind, like when you're sharing other stuff. But yeah, I mean, sharing's great. And there's a plethora of posts out there that we can all share. So definitely utilize it. I'd say find people on Facebook that are ambassadors that you relate to and friend them or follow them and, you know, use their posts. It's totally fine. You know, not any of us come up with all of our posts every single day. So don't think we do. But yeah, do you have anything else to say?
No, I think that was pretty good.
Okay, I'll stop recording and then we'll be here to answer
5 minutes
questions.
for questions.